Welcome back. You're watching One on One. We're speaking with a veteran politician of Bangladesh who served her country as Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina. What do you feel was the defining moment in your life?
Well, working for people, ensure people a better life. It is a very difficult job in the circumstances prevailed, but still I feel that I have to do it. So I have the determination. So whatever comes, I don't care, I don't bother. I have to work for people and I want to do it. So I don't think about myself as because I am ready to sacrifice everything, even in my life, for the sake of our people. That is important. So, well, now I am Prime Minister, it is true. But it's Prime Minister, that means I have responsibility for the people. It is not that power only just to enjoy. No, it is big responsibility. That is the main thing.
The country is by far majority Muslim, and in the post 9/11 era, Muslims generally had a very hard time. It was very hard it was very sad to see the image that was created in the West of the Muslim world. How much did you notice in Bangladesh that people realized that the image of Islam had really gone downhill?
Look, our people, they are really religious mind. They believe in religion, they practice, and their mind. But our people are secular minded. From from ancestral time or from years ago, they learn to live with other religion, and very easily they can do it, and they respect each other's religion. So they are not fanatics, but it is true that only a few group, a small group, they tarnish the image of Islam. But you cannot blame the whole Muslim community. It is only a few group, just a handful group. They created all this problem for the majority. But people of Bangladesh, they are very, very broad-minded, and they don't support all those activities. And it has proved this election, as because we openly declared that we want to build up Bangladesh as a secular, democratic country. So people voted for us.
Who in the years have been your mentors? Who have you looked up to? Who have been your guides? I know, of course, your father was a huge figure, but who has been a guide for you in your life?
Well, of course, my father, my father's work, my father's memory, and my sister, though she is younger than me, but she is very, very politically conscious. Yes.
And in terms of the first time when you were elected in 1996, presumably that was the defining moment in your career, because that was the first time you really had a chance to take office and do something. What were your goals at that time? What were you thinking I can do as Prime Minister?
Well, when I was first elected, definitely I tried to work very fast so that, well, our main aim is that because our people, they are suffering, they are not getting a better life. So that was our main aim. So we try to work very fast to develop our country. And as you know that for the first time during our period, our tenure, our country becomes self-sufficient in food. We created the social safety net. We ensure people at least 2 meals per day. So then we take many steps to ensure the health care, like community health care center we started establishing so that we can provide them health facilities, safe drinking water, and a better life. So those are our main aim, and I worked very hard these 5 years. Even our literacy rate within very short period of time we increased more I mean, it was only 45%, we increased up to 65%, so that people can become literate. So that way we work very hard to implement our manifesto.
Is there ever any time you say, this is not the life I would choose?
Actually, I chose my own life. That is, I want to devote myself for the people. I want to work for people.
But
so I never thought, I mean, beyond that, because I saw my father, he worked. So that was our life. So this life is really natural. Without people, we cannot, you know.
What have you had to sacrifice? I mean, presumably your children now also, your son and daughter, are part of that system. They're part of almost the family dynasty, the political dynasty. Do you think that they have had to give up a lot of their own life, their own childhood, to be a part of this?
Well, because I am working for people and I spend most of the time for people, I cannot give much time to them. So, it is not just like the other parents or other family that they have whole time they can get the love, affection of parents. But whatever time I got, I always try to give them, or I try to fulfill my duty and love and affection. So, well, I think you can ask my children what they feel, but I told you that I receive full support from them, and I never thought that I am missing anything or I want any different life. No, I told you that my devotion is to work for people. So, and not that we want to live in a very, high-fi life or all these things. No, rather I feel that my people are still poor. They don't have any shelter. They don't have food. So this is my job to do. So I don't, bother for my life. Whatever and however I can live, I think I am satisfied. But how much I can do, I always think that how much I have to do for the people and how much we have completed and how much more we can work. That is the thing.
How have you coped and how has your family coped with the risks you face? Of course, you've seen that tragedy in your family, but even you, 2004, you faced an assassination attempt. How did you cope with that risk?
Well, several times. It is not only
right, that was a
the
major
2000,
one.
Several times. About 19 times there were attempts on me. Now, God has given me life. When time will come, I have to go. Whatever time I get, I want to work for people. I think it that way. It's all up to God, all up to Allah. Allah has given me time. And now I am here. That also I believe that it is Allah give me this chance and people of Bangladesh, as because maybe Allah want that I should do something for the people, and that's why I got back this chance. Now I am fully devoted for that.
Did you ever get any chance to develop your own personal interests? I mean, you've devoted your life to politics and your people, but have you ever had a chance to develop hobbies or interests or do anything for yourself?
Well, yes, I love to read books, listen music. Well, once I tried to start the painting and all, but I couldn't get time, so I gave it up. I couldn't continue. But now the main thing that I read and sometimes I write, that's all.
And the traveling, are you able to cope with the crazy travel schedule you have?
Now I'm getting old, it's become a little difficult. And last time when I was arrested, they put me in a solitary confinement. And at one stage I become a little sick. That gave me a little problem. Otherwise it is okay.
How would you like to be remembered? What would you like your legacy to be?
That's up to people. How can I say that? I don't know how much I can do for people and how much I have done. So if I can do something for people, people will remember. If I cannot deliver any good to them, they will not. So it is totally, totally up to people. How can I say that? I can't say anything because I have no expectation. I devoted myself for people. I want to work for people. I am working for people. And when I will see that, yes, people of Bangladesh living a better life, then I am satisfied. That's all.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, I wish you a long life. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.